Those 4 words are then, now, forever, and the most important word is together.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Square Circle Podcast. I am your host, Marie Shadows, and if you're watching here live on twitch.tv/Marie_Shadows, thank you so much. If you're watching the VOD, thank you as well. Always make sure to sign up at my Substack newsletter at marieshadows.substack.com, where you definitely will be able to see this. This one will definitely be available for free over on the newsletter. I don't plan to put this behind a paywall, so this will be a freebie for you guys. But as always, make sure to leave a comment if you want to upgrade your free subscription to a paid subscription over at the Substack newsletter. By all means, go ahead. I have been running sales for people to upgrade to save money, because I know you guys work hard for your money. So I try to be there for you guys and try to be as transparent as I can. Just so you know, I don't have a link. I'm not doing this via StreamYards or Restream. This is currently just straight up through my OBS. If I were to send you a link, I would definitely have to stop my streaming in order to restream and send you a link from Restream. So I'm doing this solo. But I'm doing this solo. I'm doing it through OBS since it's linked up to my Twitch. I don't have Zoom. Zoom costs too much money. And by the way, for people that's going to be watching this as a video later, I am talking to my Twitch chat. But yeah, it's messy. I wish that there was a way where we can sort of integrate certain things with OBS to live stream with others. The only way to do that is through Discord, and that's a little bit of a mess and takes a little bit extra steps, and I know not everyone is familiar when it comes to using Discord, so I don't really use that as much, but that's another way of doing it for free and not worrying about time and stuff like that. But I usually do these things solo, which kind of sucks, kind of don't suck. But usually I have more people in the chat that will, make it more funny and, say what they got to say and shit like that. Yo, Jay Quick, what's up? Yeah, I'm going to start off with the heavy news of WWE first. Sure. If you ever want, just have your partner DM me, so that way I, whatever help, I don't mind learning, expanding, stuff like that, collaborating. But I'm more of a loner sometimes. But yeah, Jay Quick, we're definitely going to be talking about Vince, and this is what we're going to start off with first. And then we'll get into, after the WWE segment, we'll get into New Japan Pro Wrestling. We'll get into the strong tag team titles. The strong tag team titles are finally here, so we're going to talk about that. And then we're going to talk about Forbidden Door, because now we have a card forming, and I'm not really too excited about the card. So you guys will hear all my thoughts about it. But first, let's start with this. I don't know. I mean, I read what the Wall Street Journal broke, and then obviously the dirt sheets getting their information from the Wall Street Journal. I think it was pretty interesting that the Wall Street Journal broke the news first, then the dirt sheets. We always, I guess I'm included in that too. I guess we always are very watchful. That's definitely not the words I want to say. But I think we're very watchful of the dirt sheets, and whenever we rely. There we go. I was thinking of that phrase. We rely on the dirt sheets to drop certain things because we're so used to it. That seeing a report from the Wall Street Journal saying that Vince McMahon and company are being investigated for a $3 million hush money plus $100,000 more about the lady that they were having fun with. And so, if the Wall Street Journal is going to break some news like that, then that's some serious shit. It's not like the dirt sheets where they were all over the place when it came towards heading towards like Double or Nothing, and then like a little bit before that with like WWE, well, one of their pay-per-views, but like okay, so the Sasha Banks and Naomi situation, in addition to the situation with Double or Nothing, like the way those were handled were very sloppy in my opinion. But then like, with this one with the Wall Street Journal, it's just like, oh, this is some serious shit. So I could like take this one seriously. The other ones I really can't take it seriously just because of how like I said, sloppy the journalists were getting when they were when they were just telling us things. And so yeah. As far as morals go, there's a lot of things that I can say. There's a lot of things that I can definitely be like, it's probably wrong, like if you think about it, but at the same time, like we're all humans, we're all like people. Sometimes, people tend to either fall in love with somebody after, finding something new, rekindling something. Um, it's not my place to be like Vince is a horrible man or whatever the case may be, because obviously we were not there. We were not in that party. So I can't really say that, this was a bad thing, this was a good thing, and stuff like that. I do want to say though that just because the fans at Friday Night SmackDown, in the town that they were in, I don't really know the town that they were in, I just want to say that, fans are always going to cheer Vince McMahon, because you have to remember that might be a fan's first time hearing Vince McMahon's theme song, seeing Vince McMahon come out and do the Vince McMahon walk. So you can't sort of have this herd mentality. Oh, they were in Minneapolis? Okay. They were in Minneapolis. Fucking name, man, for a place. Anyway, you can't sort of push your morals onto fans who are getting to experience Vince McMahon for the first time. Now, like I said, whatever happened behind closed doors happened behind closed doors. The reason why like this is getting put out there now, it's because sometimes people want to take down a big businessman, and people tried taking Vince down for years, but obviously it didn't work. I don't think that this situation is going to work. I think maybe like 60% they may end up like, really trying to take down Vince. The other 40% is that he can definitely get away with it, whatever it is. But yeah, us sitting at home being judges in a situation where, sounds bad, looks bad, and definitely reads bad on paper. But again, we're not there. I just think that sometimes we need to have this mentality of like, if you're not there, you really can't say anything, you really can't judge. You'll just have to follow along and be like, yeah, it's wrong to you, but to someone else it might not be wrong. My brain was coming up with a lot of shit of like, some people joke around about wanting to find a sugar daddy, and sometimes you get a sugar daddy, sometimes you don't. Hey Alex, what is up? Thank you, Alex, for
Alex Carson 76 is now following.
Thank you for that. Thank you, Alex. How are you doing, Alex? How are you doing? But yeah, welcome. I am half Italian, but don't don't test me on my Italian because it fucking sucks. Oh, awesome, man. Appreciate it. I always want to get more people from Italy and like other places and stuff like that. You know, thank you for joining. Thank you. Jay Quick said, and last night he was in his normal confidence up. Man, wait until I get there, okay? Wait until I get there, man. You're an AEW fan also, Alex. Well, I'm just going to tell you to brace yourself, and I'll explain later when we get to AEW, but let me finish up the, yes, I'm talking about Vince. I'm just quickly talking about Vince before we get into AEW and like New Japan Pro Wrestling and like all the rest of the stuff I have lined up. But I really thank you guys for being here. Alex, thank you again for following. Yes, The Secret Affair. That's exactly what I am talking about. You know, again, you know, we can't really like judge something when we're not there. And I wish that mentality can be bestowed upon the internet wrestling community, because it is not our job to throw stones when people want to live in glass houses. Like, things happen. It happened. He will be taken to trial for it most likely, and they'll talk about it and stuff like that. Has anyone thought about a big work? Alex is definitely onto something. Thank you for joining my channel. You know, I didn't think that this was a work. And the only reason why I didn't think it was a work is because the Wall Street Journal was the first news outlet to break it. So because of their credibility, see that whole entire thing. I can see where Alex is coming from, where, like, you know, Stephanie leaves and she was going to go on, you know, her own little mini vacation. And then all of a sudden she has to come back and be, you know, the interim CEO of WWE. I can see where Alex is going with this, but man, I don't know if it's like, you know, a work just because the Wall Street Journal, you know, did it. My chat. Do you know what said once the great Rock Hudson? I have no idea who Rock Hudson is. So please let me know. I have no idea who that is. Yeah, he does have a point, that it could probably be a work. I didn't think of that. Again, it's because Wall Street Journal broke it. And then I'm looking at this on the surface level, just because of, like, I can tell you from my experience, if it's a work, then everything is a work. I mean, if you want to tell a big lie, let the press sell you for it. Okay, so Alex right now is like fucking MVP of this. Alex right now is MVP of this. If you want to tell a big lie, let the press sell for you. Okay. All right. I'm getting convinced that you know, about the work or whatnot. He was an actor. Yeah. I mean, but just so you guys know, I'm not surprised about the allegations. I'm not surprised about the affair. I'm not surprised about the big bombshell. I'm really not surprised. It's Vince McMahon and company and family. And if you've been watching WWE for years and you know all, like, the backstage politics, all the bullshit, everything, like, you'll be okay. Like, you know, it'll be fine. So I'm not too surprised. But yeah, Alex is on point. But it could be reality too. Yeah, it could definitely be reality. This is why, like, I don't know how much to get into this, because I'm not going to be like, you know, the could ifs, the what ifs. It's just bringing people, like, general knowledge of, like, yeah, this affair happened. You know, he had, I guess, sexual relations with another woman. That woman got passed around and stuff. Things happen. She got paid a lot of money, you know. I mean, if someone gets paid money, money is money at that point. That's why I don't really hate it. I'm just following it on surface level. But I will say this, though, that when I was working at WWE. I could definitely tell that, like, if you were a good girl that, did your work, had your head down, didn't really speak your opinions, that you were basically liked among, like, the supervisors and shit like that. And, me, I have all my opinions. I have lots of opinions about wrestling. I got lots of opinions about Bullet Club. I, um, basically defended Bullet Club when I was at WWE, and that was not well received. But I could definitely tell you that if you were a good girl at WWE and you kept your head down, you did your work, you were basically like, one of the ones that were good, that the supervisors were like, yeah, we like that girl, we like that person, but it is what it is for me. That's why I'm not too, like, either like angry or like whatever. Like, I know what it is. I know what it is. But other than that, like, I do want to see this all play out. I want to see how it is. And then apparently, like, Vince's book is coming out. I don't know when it's coming out, but I heard that it's coming out. So, dropping this bombshell leading into the book is gonna have like great numbers, great sell. Vince's book was gonna sell regardless if like they dropped the bombshell like this anyway. So, it's one of those things of like, that. Found Vince on the mat very real last night. Yeah. Yeah, right? Okay, so let me talk about last night's SmackDown of like, so because WWE announced that Vince McMahon was going to be on SmackDown, I got so hyped for that. I was like, "Oh my god, he's going to go out there, he's going to like have this speech. I don't know what he's going to say, but I'm going to tune in." I fucking tuned in. Actually, I tuned in a little bit late, right? Because I didn't know he was going to like open up the show and then bam, we're gonna get like fucking Riddle. I think Riddle was the first person to come out. But so I end up being on Twitter. Again, if you guys are not following me on Twitter, at Marie_Shadows. So I'm on Twitter, I'm scrolling, and basically he does the fucking WWE tagline. The then, now, forever. And then he goes and says that the most important word in that whole entire tagline is the word together. And then he's like, "Welcome to SmackDown," throws the mic, and fucking leaves. I've never felt like I wanted a refund out of like fucking thin air. I was like, where's my refund? Where is this shit? Why? Vince, I got so fucking hyped because I thought you were going to come out, maybe say some shit, I don't know, say some Vince McMahon shit and then leave. But no, we get the fucking tagline and then welcome to WWE. And I'm here like, yo, I got so hype. All my energy like got depleted. And my brain was sort of like, wait a minute. If he did that in the beginning, then hopefully by the end of SmackDown, Stephanie McMahon comes out, calls out her father, and basically fires the shit out of him. Like, that should have been it. Like, I watched WWE for so long that my brain was like, this is how WWE will book SmackDown. And I didn't even get that. Even scrolling back on Twitter, I did not get my desired storyline of Stephanie coming out and being like, "Dad, you fucked up, you're fired," or some shit like that. That would have been great for ratings. But you want to know what I did? I stopped watching SmackDown like halfway through, and I decided to research Carl Fredericks of New Japan Strong, because eventually I want to reach out to him and have him on the show. So I decided to research Carl Fredericks because I was like, oh, fucking SmackDown. Like, the one SmackDown that I was going to pay attention to because of Vince McMahon, because we have Stephanie McMahon as the interim CEO. I didn't get shit, man. I didn't get shit. All right. So yeah, Alex says that he thinks it's all about ratings. It was all about ratings, Jay Quick says, I think somebody told him not to say a lot. Yeah, someone probably did advise him, but then again, you know, Vince is not Tony Khan, where Tony Khan will speak forever and stumble upon his words and, like, you know, be on speed and shit. So, you know, Carl's a great interview. Alex says the rest of the show was a little bit crap. Yeah, except for the main event. I heard the main event of SmackDown was really, really good. But then again, I am not a Riddle fan, just because of, like, him with the allegations and, like, knowing that, you know, stuff. So that's why I'm just like, I don't really care about Riddle at all. But yeah, going back to the chat, Carl does seem like a very great interview person and stuff like that. Like, I will want him on the show. I just need to reach out to him and stuff. I basically want us to watch I did. I watched that interview when I was researching and stuff. That was one of the videos I watched yesterday, instead of watching SmackDown. But yeah, he came. I know I have the WWE logo up here. But just so you know that I wanted to play his little mini concert that he did about his dance music. I want it's up on YouTube. I wanted to play it, but first I wanted to ask, like, his permission for that, and then watch some and then watch what do you call it? Watch some of his matches. He'll be number 2 for tape study, which we should do, like, tomorrow, so that way I can have that. So wait, what's up? If you host my channel, I don't know how to do it. We can have a live podcast, like a jam session. We can? I mean, because I do the same thing here in my Italian channel. Okay, so I know how to host channels, but I didn't know we can, unless it's like a stream squad. You're gonna have to, like, follow me somewhere on social media, Alex, and, like, chat with me. I will follow you back also, but yeah, you gotta DM me somehow, because I don't know how to. I didn't know we could do that, where, like, we could do that live together. Yo, that'll be cool. And then once I learn how to do that, we could, like, teach it to everyone else. Making friends. All right. Did I cover everything of WWE, or do I need to cover anything else before we move on to